Hey, it's me, MLV. This is chapter 73 of Touch. This one is titled Here We Go. Sore, you said honestly. Only 5 days to go, baby, he said encouragingly as he walked over and embraced you gently, crouching near the side of the couch. I know, you sighed. I'm so scared about what's to come, though. I'll be with you all the way, chicken, he said lovingly. Don't worry. You nodded. It's all fine for you to say. You're not the one going through this, you thought, as you turned and buried your head into his shoulder. That night, after giving Hawks some much-needed attention, you fell asleep, tucked under his warm wing. It was about 1 a.m. that you woke suddenly when you felt the baby kick hard and something sharp stabbed you from the inside. Ah! You hissed as your body flinched. You felt something pop, then water gushed out of you. Oh, Keigo! You mumbled frantically. Keigo, I think I've just peed the bed. He was up in a flash. Why did you pee? He rasped, still half asleep. You should have told me you needed to go. I would have carried you. I'm still peeing. I can't stop it, you wailed as you sat up and more water gushed out of you, soaking your pants. Hawks quickly flicked the bedroom light on and you both squinted in the sudden brightness. You looked down at the bed and it was soaked with a faint pink liquid. Hawks, I'm bleeding, you gasped, trying to get off the bed, the water still gushing from you with every movement. You awkwardly pulled your pants off and then left them on the floor, intending to grab a towel and dry up before putting new pants and panties back on. Just then your little one kicked again, and you rolled over in your belly, his bony wing jabbing you in your rib cage. You gasped and squealed in pain. Hawks flew into action. Lie down, Yin, he said strictly. I'm calling the doctor. You nodded and tried to get back onto the bed to lie down, but it felt like something was caught up under your ribs and it was painful. Hawks came running back in with the phone, the doctor on the other end. It's pink, Hawks said into the phone, looking at the colour of the discharge on the bed. Then he looked at you. She looks like she's in pain, he said into the receiver. Are you in pain, Yin? He asked as he covered the phone and pulled it from his ear to ask you the question. You nodded, wincing again as the sharp thing stabbed you again. Yes, she's in pain, Hawks said into the phone. Contractions? I don't know. He looked at you again. Contractions, babe? He asked. No, there's just something in my... Just then, your womb contracted strongly and you let out a loud wail, startling Hawks. She's in pain! He panicked, yelled into the phone. You took some deep breaths in, staring at the bed, wondering what the heck had just happened. Okay, thank you. Yes, see you then, Hawks said quickly into the phone, then hung up, making his way over to you. There's an ambulance on its way, he said as he placed a hand on your back, unsure of what to do. You nodded. Just then you got another contraction. Ah! You yelled sharply. Hawks jumped back in surprise, slightly panicked by this unknown situation. It's okay, I'm a hero, he parroted, repeating the most well-known line he knew to say in a panicked situation. You looked at him confused. Well, you know, he said, gesturing wildly. Wait, clothes, hospital bag, he said quickly, as he grabbed for the half-filled bag that you'd started preparing earlier that week. I'm gonna throw up, you mumbled, quickly placing a hand over your mouth. You heaved rapidly a few times, then another contraction came and you yelled out again, but this time it was a more deeper, animalistic roar, and Hawks freaked out. Yin? Hawks asked as he kept his distance from you. Are you okay? You didn't respond, your eyes glassing over as you internalized. What the hell's going on? Hawks thought internally as he watched you helplessly. Another contraction hit and you roared out again. Just then there was a knock at the front door and Hawks raced to grab it. The ambulance had arrived. She's possessed, he yelled frantically at the first paramedic who arrived on scene. Where is she? The paramedic quickly asked. Bedroom, Hawks replied, as he turned and followed the guy back to where you had been bent over the bed. You roared again as they both entered and the paramedic attended you immediately while Hawks watched on, panicking quietly as he paced back and forth. You're gonna be okay, the paramedic said gently to you. John, bring the stretcher, he hollered out the door. John arrived quickly with the stretcher and they worked to get you onto it, which was a bit of a struggle. She's dilated, the first paramedic said as he checked between your legs. 5 centimetres. Oh my god, he just saw everything down there. Why is he looking between my legs? I'm so embarrassed. Is everything okay? My baby, is he okay? I have no pants on. Help me. Why are they taking me in the ambulance with no pants on? Where's Hawks? You screeched internally, your brain going 1,000,000 miles per hour. Another contraction hit you and another almighty bellow came out of you. What is this noise? Oh my god. Baby, hang in there, Hawks said, running beside the stretcher as you were swiftly taken out. You just looked at him, unable to speak as your body was overtaken by stress and pain. "The baby's panicking," John said, as he saw a telltale sign of a baby in distress, meconium oozing out of you. "We need to move quick," the paramedic said, as he pushed the stretcher into the back of the ambulance. Wait, bags!" Hawks called numbly, looking around wildly. "Hawks, we need to get your wife to the hospital immediately," John said to your winged hero as he ran to the driver's side of the ambulance. "Can you meet us there?" No, I want Hawks with me," you wailed internally from the back. "Don't leave me, Hawks." You watched as they closed the doors on you, with the paramedic who arrived first opting to stay in the back with you as you made eye contact with Hawks through the small glass window at the back of the ambulance. "Don't leave me, please don't leave me," you wailed internally as the ambulance started and drove away, leaving Hawks behind. John placed an oxygen mask over your face briefly to give you some oxygen before handing you a pipe with happy gas in it. "This is for the pain," he said. "You just bite down on the nozzle part here and take some deep breaths in." You nodded and took the nozzle in hand before shoving it into your mouth and inhaling deeply. The next, however long, was a bit of a blur as you were rushed into the emergency room and prepared for an emergency caesarean. "Where's Hawks?" you wailed internally as you faded in and out of consciousness. You could still hear someone wailing and crying in labour, but it couldn't have been you. You weren't there, were you? You were back home with Mum and Dad. Wait, why was Dad back home? He looked like Darby. Wait, did you leave the stove on? You hallucinated on the gas, vaguely hearing noises of doctors and nurses. Then someone stroked your forehead and you rolled your head to the side to focus on them. They looked so kind. "You look like a happy person. I want to be your friend," you heard yourself say to the person as they chuckled softly. "It's me, chicken," they replied. And there ends chapter 73. Stay tuned for chapter 74.